Right. Good afternoon, Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance Services. Shooting this video that we did off of our monthly training for our sales team on 5 tips for virtual selling. So I'm going through a book right now called Virtual Selling by Jeb Blount, and I wanted to just shoot a video for our team and any others that are following us along that maybe it helps. So here we go. First, when we're talking virtual selling, what we're looking at right now is this idea of video, phone, not face to face. Again, given the environment, the world, COVID, etc., that's becoming more and more prevalent. I don't think that's going to change. I think it's here to stay. Part of that is sad. I enjoy meeting with people. Most people in sales are enjoy kind of that getting together with people and building relationships. But this is going to be also another tool to hopefully help more people and build more relationships in different ways. So first off, we're saying on these 5 tips, I put be real, get real, and I put what does that mean? Be yourself, right? Be yourself. Have fun. Look for opportunities to stand out where you can in your world and in your own personality. And so I think part of the takeaway is don't lose the heart, don't lose the fun just because you may be behind a video camera and by yourself in a room. And that can be challenging, right? Sometimes people, a lot of times, frankly, people get energy being around other people. If you've ever been to a major sporting event or to a live concert, there's power where you've got, hundreds, if not thousands of people all together, right? And that happens at a micro level, even on small sales meetings and things like that. The other thing I put is seek first to understand, then to be understood. So what does that mean? That's from Stephen Covey, 7 Tips of Highly Effective People. That is one of his biggest points, key points, is that seek first to understand, then to be understood. So a good professional in anything they're doing sales related is looking with a servant's heart to help the other person. And really it's as simple as, hey, how can I help you out? What are you looking for? Don't go in with the preconceived notion. So some of this can apply certainly in person, but we don't want to lose it virtually. And I also put in terms of the get real, be real. Well, one of the ways you can get real and be real is and stand out, even in this virtual world of, let's say you have a meeting with a client on a Zoom call, or you do a video for them, or maybe it's just the good old-fashioned phone, which we'll talk about in a little bit, which is still a form of virtual selling. What about a follow-up with a real thank you card, like a handwritten thank you card, right? That stands out today. That happens less and less. What about perhaps a $5 Starbucks gift card that you could text them? Hey, enjoy a cup of coffee on me. There's lots of ways to connect with people, more so than ever before. Get creative and again, have fun with it. Also putting in the get real, be real is your picture. Do the people know what you look like? I shared this on the meeting and it was interesting. I just got off of a 45-minute Zoom call where the other person has their video purposely blocked. So it's interesting because we can use Zoom where we can see one another, hear one another, but a lot of people now are using it almost like a conference call where you're not seeing them. So point being though, when people see you, they normally build a better relationship. They feel like they can trust you, or they at least see you're not the big bad wolf. So do they know what you look like? Do you have a picture in your signature line? Do you have anything else, whether it's a video that you can do or shoot for them to help them in that area to at least see who you are? So think about that in terms of be real, get real. Number 2, use video, right? So that's probably the biggest one. That's the 800-pound gorilla when we're talking virtual selling, the big advent of video. We've heard about video for years. It's becoming more and more mainstream. We now talk about Zoom meetings the same way we say we Google something, or we make a Xerox, which is the form of a copy, or give me a Kleenex, which is really a tissue. It's becoming part of everyday language, right? So these meetings are more and more common. So if you're not using it with your clients, why not? And again, for our team internally, you can access our Zoom that you have right as part of your agency support fee. Our corporate Zoom where you can record meetings, you can do all kinds of cool things on there. There's obviously FaceTime if you're an iPhone user. You've got Google Duo, which is a competing version of Zoom. And then one of the other ones is Loom, and that's with an L, L-O-O-M, and that is free, and that is a type of video recording software. And the thought there is you can record a video of a proposal, you can record a video of an introduction, you can record a video of your value add, you can record a video of so many different things. The reality is to start using it, get in there and do it. And don't worry if you make a mistake. You know, I did a video for a client the other day. Actually, I was meeting with them in person today. I did a video ahead of time to prepare them for the meeting because we're talking about some more in-depth group insurance. And I realized after I had shot it, my head was like half cut out. And it was the end of the day. It was not my best video, but the point is I still did it. And when we met today, they enjoyed it. They had no problem with it. So don't worry about those small mistakes, right? Think about ways you can bring video in. Could you record a quick video even on your phone and send it to a client? There's lots of ways you can do it. We're no shortage there. But the point is to use it. Then the third tip in virtual selling we're talking about is calendar appointment tools. I use Calendly. I've been using that for some time. I've been very happy with it. There's lots of them out there. If you've never seen these before, these are tools where, and I'll pull my screen up here for a second, where clients can book directly with you through a link, right? So on my signature line now, and oh, by the way, I've got my picture in my signature line, which we've done for years, and talked about that just in our first point of Be Real, Get Real. But right in my signature line, I have here, click here to book an appointment with me. So, and when you click on that, that takes people to a calendar. And then that takes them to a real easy way where you can eliminate the back and forth. And they can look and click on dates and times that you're automatically available. Okay? So that's very powerful. And to me, the idea with the virtual selling is we're also increasing our technology and making things easier and more streamlined, right? So I would really encourage the tie of the calendar at some level with the virtual selling. Okay? And Calendly even has a free option with it. Also put be on time when you're doing those calendar appointments. So that's a big part too. Text message, I think everyone gets this certainly. Are you using it? And when I say are you using it, I'm talking with your clients and prospects. If not, why not? So the research out there, which is tremendous, and this is from Campaign Monitor not too long ago, said that text message open rates are as high as 98% and on average within 90 seconds for them to respond. Think of yourself. You're more likely to respond to a text or an email. Well, if that's the case, why aren't you doing that with your clients? Are you just hiding behind your email? And I don't mean that in a bad way, but maybe it's easier if you are in front of a computer quite a bit or a laptop. Perhaps it's actually easier than using your phone. But that doesn't mean it's easier for your client. So again, we want to communicate with ways in which people are most comfortable. One of the other things we always recommend when you're first getting to know a client or speaking with a client, you're asking them, what's your preferred communication path? Do you like phone? Do you like email? Do you like text? You're going to hear a variety of responses. My own personal experience with this, most people, when they want the info, that's big. If they're interested and they want the info, most want text. So think about that. Okay. So as we go to the big finish here, the last one I just put is phone, and I put like where you talk and stuff, right? So you know, again, this idea of virtual selling, so often we kind of think about video. That's where our minds tend to go right away, is video or Zoom or I'm online or I'm doing some kind of a chat or something like that. But phone, if you think about it, and we've been doing that for years, certainly, there's not a face-to-face, right? I'm on the phone, they're on the phone. They don't see me. They could be anywhere, frankly, in the country or even in the world. That's powerful. The challenge here, my encouragement is don't forget the power of the phone. Don't forget the power of the phone, right? So there's a lot of ability to make a greater and deeper connection when you're talking to someone, frankly, than when you're just texting or emailing them. Now, again, I'm not trying to correct what I just said above. A lot of times people prefer text. My point as well, that may just be a quick back and forth and maybe, hey, let's hop on a call and I can go over this with you. Okay, and again, you could certainly say if you can't be face-to-face, a two-way video would probably be better because now you can see one another. You can read body language. You can say, are you smiling? You know, are you frowning? Are you whatever? You know, all these little cues. With the phone, it's really important several things. Remember your pitch, your tone, your demeanor, how fast you talk, your inflection. Does your tone go up and down? Thinking of mirroring the other person is always a big thing, right? So we want to try and make people feel comfortable. We want to communicate in a style that's going to be well received by them. And then the last thing with this, and I really like this, I got from part of our Clients for Life training program we were doing. There was a tip that said, add grandma to the end of whatever you would say before you say it. And what does that mean? So think about this. Everybody loves their grandma, or pretty much everyone, right? So how do you talk when you're talking to grandma, right? You're probably going to talk pretty nice because you like grandma and she gives you $5 on your birthday and bakes you cookies and, you know, is just always around and all that, okay? So that thought is going to hopefully help you when you're on the phone with a difficult client, right? Picture how you would talk to grandma, even in that tone with the difficult client. So again, 5 tips for virtual selling, and I'm going to reiterate them real quick. We said, number 1, be real, get real. What does this mean? Look for ways to stand out, be unique, be different, have fun. Don't forget that even in a virtual environment, you want to be thinking about that, okay? We also just talk good communication, whether in person or virtually, is seek first to understand, then to be understood. That's why we do our fact finders. That's why we ask open-ended questions. That's why we say things like, other than price, which we know is most important. What else is most important to you when you make your insurance decisions, right? Thinking about that. Then we talked about other ways to stand out post-conversation one way or another. Maybe that's a thank you card. Maybe that's a small gift card for coffee. Maybe that's a direct message on social media. Then we talked about video. Video is powerful. We talked about using Zoom, how big that can be. Also using Loom with an L to record videos. That can be really, really big. Calendar appointments using a software tool like Calendly or something like that. Very, very helpful. Text messaging, again, the power of text messaging. Text messages often get read immediately and responded to very quickly. Are you doing that with your clients? And by the way, you can combine a few of these. So I could go and record a Loom video outlining my proposal and then text it to my client, right? Think about that. And then the last one was the phone, and just thinking about the power of the phone. Don't just hide behind email and text. Get on the phone. Be still comfortable talking to people, and think about your tone, your demeanor, your pitch, your inflection, and add grandma at the end, in your mind at least. All right. If I can help you guys in any way, let me know. Over and out.